Sneakers, back with another video today. So today it's going to be a quick one. We're just going to cover sizing for sole swaps and just some complications that can happen whenever you're doing your projects. So we'll go ahead and get right into it. Okay, so here, as you can see, we have 3 pairs of Jordan 1 lows. These are with the soles removed. So what happened with this project is this is a size 10, and the customer sent in a size 10 donor with the intention of putting this white and black sole on this shoe, which formerly had a white and blue sole. And the blue was kind of like the same shade of this embroidery on the heel. So whenever I deconstructed these and then went to check on these to make sure that they were the same, I'm going to put them side by side so you can see the difference. Now these might be a little smaller currently just because the sole has been taken off, so sometimes the lasting board can get a little bit crinkled, but it shouldn't make a difference like this. You'll see what I'm talking about when we get these lined up. Okay, so I think you can see pretty good from here. This is huge compared to this one. And these were produced within 3 months of each other. Like the production tags are both early 2024. So there's no reason that 2 shoe models, the exact same model, produced 3 months apart, should be this different in terms of sizing. And this happens because a lot of these are made at different factories. So even though it's like the same brand, there's different factories making the same shoes. So they come out a little differently depending on where they're coming from. I don't know anything about the factories that produce these, but you can see here that is a massive difference for 2 size 10s. So I reached out to my customer. I was like, hey, I sent him a picture of this. I was like, I don't think this is gonna work, man. And luckily he was pretty understanding of that issue and sent in another pair, this 9.5, and we're gonna check these out as well. I'm gonna see if I can get a better angle, or another angle rather. See if we can do like kind of like a top view. But this is just an example of like how complicated sole swapping can be. You can't really see from that. Where like you're sending in shoes that are, I mean, this is the right, the customer had the right idea, send in shoes that are the same size as the project pair. But there's just so much variation that you can have complications come up like this even if you're doing everything right. So let's move these, put these on my fridge for now, and then move this over. At least I want to do this. So we'll do the same little comparison here. And you can see they're still a good bit bigger. Now this is, I think, as small as the customer wanted to go. And I can make this one work. But that's crazy to me that a 9.5 would be still a little bit bigger than a size 10 of the same model, especially with how close they are in production. So that's just what I wanted to show y'all. Don't be surprised if this happens on some of your projects. There's always a bit of finesse that goes into each swap. I've had that earlier video that I made about shaving the air units, and I mean it's really just every model of shoe. This is a complicated process. You're talking about taking off the sole of a shoe by hand and then trying to fit the sole of a completely different shoe onto it. There's variations in the sizing, there's variations in the materials. So I always appreciate y'all's patience with these types of projects. This customer was really easy to work with on this little snag that we hit. But just a quick showcase of how inconsistent some of the sizing can be, and that you need to be prepared for that when you're taking in projects. So whenever you're doing a pair, I always recommend sizing them up making sure that the donor is going to fit before you get started, because this would have been a lot harder to rectify if I had already taken those size 10s apart and then found that the sole was too big. That would have been a lot easier, or a lot more difficult to work with, because now as we have it, the customer can just sell those and then we can work with these, and and he really doesn't have too much extra cost there. But yeah, just be careful, make sure that you're looking at all your sizing, and even when you do everything right in a sole swap, sometimes things can go wrong, so be sure to prepare for that and account for that. But that's all I got today. I'm not gonna do an outro for that one. I think this one's pretty simple. But yeah, just be careful with your sizing, and good luck with your swaps. Feel free to reach out to me if you need any help. Thanks, y'all.